Well, today I'm doing something that isn't real popular amongst my viewers, but it's something that's got to be done. What's that? I'm gonna freehand router carve this sign because I'm tired of them leaving my packages all over my 1 acre yard. Now, I realize honestly that you're not gonna be able to see this very well, and I'm sorry about that. I'm working on making that better for these kinds of projects, but bear with me best you can. So I've outlined the arrow and I've done this. I'll show you the door and then I'll turn this around and do the top. I'll turn it around and finish this up, and I'll come back and show you what we're going to do to clean that out. I've got everything cut out. When I get all of this taken off, I'll see where I need to do any cleanup cuts. But for now, this is fine. I'm gonna give myself a little buffer zone around this arrow, and then I will go in with my background bit. Every now and then you get a piece of wood, like this bottom piece right here, where the grain just likes to fight you. That's what's happening to me down here on this arrow. The grain's been fighting me. So I got some I got some runaway in some places. Now where it runs away on the inside where you're gonna cut the background out, it doesn't really matter. But when it runs away with you on your outside border or perimeter, that's supposed to be nice and straight, that's when it's a problem. So I will show you how to fix that again after we take all of this stuff off so I can see my lines. But before that, ramshackle haphazard all over the place taking this out. That's because the background should be, I like the background to be random. Now over here it's not going to be so random because it blew that chunk out, so it's flat. To fix that I may have to go a little bit deeper. In fact, I think I will. That's done enough so that now I can take all this tape off and see where I need to do my cleanup. If and I was real smart, nobody ever accused me of that, I would spray black paint in there. Yeah, let's do it. So let me get this shot real quick and I'll come back. I've used this same kind of recycled fence board in the past. This is just pine fence that I salvaged and machined down. And I've used quite a bit of this to make signs. Every now and then you get a piece that cuts really, really nice. Every now and then, like this one, you get one where the grain tries to fight you. And every now and then you get one like this where everything wants to chip out. This part of the E chipped out and this part of the A busted in half. So right now I've got those setting up with epoxy to try to salvage those. Straight off the bat, looking at this, because of the way the grain fought me everywhere, if this was a piece I was selling and not a piece for me, I'd chunk it in the trash and start over. Honestly, I mean, it's just really that crappy. But I wasn't really taking my time either, because I'm trying to get this knocked out. And you know, you're your own worst enemy sometimes. If you get in a hurry, you mess things up. Object lesson for the day is don't get in a hurry. But I can clean most of this up with a little finessing from my router, and I will do that after all of this glue dries up. So when that happens, when all the epoxy's glued up good, then I'll come back and we'll see if we can clean these up some and make this look a little more presentable. And then I will run it through my drum sander again to get rid of these fuzzies that were lifted up by the tape. Okay, I cleaned up this arrow, and now I'm going to go through and clean up a little on some of the letters. Okay, I got one piece to glue back in, so I'll do that and give that a few hours to dry, and I'll run this through the thickness sander and clean it up. And then I'll hit this with several coats of shellac, and then I'll respray the inside and sand it again. Then I'll come back. Okay, I've got this painted and sanded. Now I'm going to coat it with a couple of Now I'm going to hit it with a couple of coats of shellac, front and back, before I put the polyurethane on it, just to use it as a sealer so the poly will soak in, or so the poly doesn't soak in. And instead of using diluted, this time I'm going to use straight 3-pound cut right out of the can. This is old wood, so I'm really laying it on because I know this is going to soak it up. Remember, these are recycled or reclaimed fence boards. Okay, I'll give this a half hour or so to dry, and I'll turn it over and do the other side. Okay, time for the finish. Here in a little while, I'll flip this over and put a coat on the front. Okay, the back is dry. I'll put a coat on the front, let it dry, and tomorrow I'll hang it up on the gate. Okay, let this dry overnight, and tomorrow we'll wrap this video up and I'll hang it. And this one is ready to be hung on the fence, I think. Oh, well, maybe it'll work. Okay, there's that one hung up on the gate. Hopefully that'll do the trick. I'm making me another sign because my house is across the street from my mailbox, and people are always getting confused, especially deliveries and things of that nature. This should help. I'm going to hang it right under the mailbox. First it was just a drawing, and now it's a sign. Got to put the finish on it, I'll hang it up. And this one's hung, pointing to the house. That should work. Today's sign is a new project for the shop. This will go on the door to the shop to replace my old logo sign. This is my newer logo. I'll take the old sign and hang it over, probably above the tool wall. I just put it up there. But this one will replace the one that's on the door so that it's in my opening shots. So I printed it out across 4 pieces of paper, taped it all together, and transferred it to the back with carbon. But yeah, so the lines look a little bit rough in places. I'll clean those up with the router, I hope. Everything's done. I'll do some touch-ups on the inside where the carbon missed, like here and a few other places. And we'll get to knocking this out. Safety glasses and ear protection on. Let's go. It's burning, so I'm going to make the cut a little bit shallower, and then I'll pick it up later. I'll have to do this in passes. This poplar is a little bit harder than what I've usually cut. Gotta finish cutting out the background and then paint it up and hang it on the door. I've done some of the background. I'll finish the background now. My first pass is a little shallow. I'll come back when I get all this done. Okay, got the shop logo sign all routed out. The bit loosened up inside the router and dug deeper than it should have. So I've got to repair that, and the next time you see it, it's going to be hanging on my shop door. Finished. So that's it. Got 3 signs done this week. It's not turning. It's not the stuff that I really like doing so much. I love turning. What can I say? But I felt like it had to be done. I needed them anyway, especially the one that's going to replace this sign here. So again, I appreciate you watching. Thanks for sticking with me, in spite of the fact that it's not a turning. I've got a turning coming soon. It's not anything grandiose, but hopefully I'll get it posted in the next few days as well. Please like, share. If you feel so inclined, subscribe. I really appreciate it. It really helps us out. And leave a comment. If you don't like it, give me a thumbs down and tell me why you didn't like it or what you didn't like. Don't forget, if you want to help support the Missy Studio in any way, t-shirts, caps, mugs are available right here on my website. You click on the Amazon affiliate link down in the description. Anything you buy there, I get a few pennies of. Doesn't cost you any more. Again, I really, really appreciate it, folks. I really do. Thank you so much for watching. I know there's a lot of things you could be doing. There's a lot of things you could be watching. But I also know in this funky time that we're in, there's a lot of stuff that you can't do. Me too. I'm quarantined here to my shop. And I get to go to the house once in a while. But it's just crazy out there. Absolutely crazy. A lot of people are scared. A lot of people are panicking. Try to keep a level head. More importantly, y'all stay safe, for crying out loud. Please. I need you to come back. And I pray truly that you all remain safe. Y'all come back.